Fans didn't have to worry about Euphoria's future because the third season was confirmed midway during the second season's broadcast, making the program itself the focus of their attention. Sam, Zendaya, and the entire cast and crew of Euphoria have taken Season 2 to extraordinary heights, challenging narrative convention and form, while maintaining its heart, stated in an official statement from Francesca Orsi, Executive Vice President of HBO Programming. We couldn't be more honored to work with this gifted, wildly talented team, or more excited to continue our journey with them into Season 3. What you need to know about Season 3 of Euphoria is provided in this video. Euphoria Season 3 potential release date. When will it air on Sky and HBO? Even though we already know it's happening, the official release date for Euphoria Season 3 has not yet been announced. Get ready because it won't be hitting our screens for a while. Shooting was originally scheduled to begin in November 2022, according to Eric Dane, who plays Nate's father Cal Jacobs. However, HBO drama chief Francesca Orsi stated that the program would return ideally in 2025 in the midst of the WGA writers' strike. In May, she stated to Deadline, "We had started writing Euphoria in tandem with post-production on The Idol, but we don't have a ton of scripts at this time. The delivery of that show, ideally in 2025, will depend on when we can get back in touch with Sam, who is now all penciled in and just finishing posts on The Idol. We are unable to begin filming." But the writers' strike ended after that interview, and The Idol didn't receive a good review, so it wasn't renewed for a second season. This means Levinson might have more time to work on a more rapid release date. However, as of right now, we haven't heard anything formal, and considering the actors' recently resolved strike as well as the cast's growing backlog of filming commitments on other projects, 2025 may be the most we can hope for. When will the show return? Jimmy Fallon questioned Jacob Elordi, and it seems like our estimate is as good as his. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to have a bad back walking down the hallway, you know. I hope it's soon, or they're going to have to Benjamin Button me or something, Elordi stated. I'm thinking that if we don't move forward, it will feel a little strange. It sounds like Leonardo DiCaprio will be watching whenever it airs. He's like, that shot in the first season, Elordi remarked, and we're in this club with all this loud music and stuff, and it's just him and myself in the midst of this club talking about camera angles. Euphoria Season 3 cast, who is returning. Expect to see Zendaya return as Rue alongside Hunter Schafer, Jacob Elordi, Alexa Demi, Algie Smith, Sydney Sweeney, Maud Apatow, Storm Reed, Nika King, Austin Abrams, Coleman Domingo, and Dominic Fike. Returning for Season 3 seems to provide a challenge for Fike, who acknowledged using narcotics while filming Season 2. Additionally, he was formerly in a relationship with his co-star Hunter Schafer, though he confirmed their breakup in the summer of 2023. Do you realize that occasionally, in order to make a change, you have to re-establish all of your friendships? Fike, who has revealed he is clean today, told the Los Angeles Times, "It feels like going backwards on that front. Since I'm not an actor, I have no idea. It was more a matter of having excellent scene partners. It was in front of those folks that I performed for the first time ever. After watching Zendaya, I thought, yeah, I could do that. I also believe that I used drugs a little more loosely, so perhaps I wasn't afraid to do it. Perhaps doing drugs would have helped me more. Perhaps not. Naturally, Zendaya was going to play a major part in Season 3. Previously, HBO executive Casey Bloys told TV Line that she's going to be in Season 3. It's hard to imagine doing show without her. In the second season finale, Cal Jacobs' son Nate emerged from the warehouse he had been hiding in, carrying a loaded revolver and a USB drive containing all of his teenage sex tapes. Then Nate disclosed that he had phoned the police, leading to Cal's detention. Eric Dane stated that Cal would be back, despite criticism surrounding his incarceration and subsequent appearance in Season 3. Variety queried the actor, and he responded, "Oh, of course." Dane hinted that Cal will eventually find redemption, saying, "There's gonna be redemption. That's the trajectory he's on. I can't imagine Cal's life from solitary confinement. It's tough to work Cal into the storyline when he's behind bars. Although the possibility of a father and son reconciling has not been shown, Dane is still optimistic. I hope. That's, in a weird way, what was happening in that scene," he said. "You noticed that after I said what I said in the foyer, Nate remained silent. He had a genuine opportunity to express his feelings, even with the pistol, which served as his way of expressing, 'I F King hate you, Dad, for what you did to me.' Cal felt like a piece of shit, so he even says, 'I've always protected you and UF King hated me for it.' That was why he was angry with his son. However, Nate is given a genuine chance to do my actions in the foyer." Barbie Ferreira, who announced on Instagram that she was ending her journey as Kat Hernandez, is one of the main cast members who will not be returning for a new Euphoria semester. She wrote, "After 4 years of getting to embody the most special and enigmatic character Kat, I'm having to say a very teary-eyed goodbye. I hope many of you could see yourself in her, like I did," she continued, adding that it had delighted you to watch her develop into the person she is today. "I put all my care and love into her and I hope you guys could feel it. Love you, Catherine Hernandez." Ferreira has officially become a member of the House of Spoils cast. In July 2023, Angus Cloud, who portrayed the endearing and beloved character Fez, passed away terribly at the age of 25. In a statement, his family confirmed that Angus passed away exactly 1 week following his father's funeral. In spite of not disclosing the cause of death, the family's statement aimed to reassure people who are struggling with mental health issues that they are not alone and should not fight this on their own in silence. Following the announcement, the cast and the behind-the-scenes crew on Euphoria shared a social media homage. "We are incredibly saddened to learn of the passing of Angus Cloud. He was immensely talented and a beloved part of the HBO and Euphoria family. We extend our deepest condolences to his friends and family during this difficult time," the statement continued. The actor unintentionally overdosed, according to a coroner's report, which states that Cloud died from acute intoxication. On its streaming episodes, Euphoria has paid a special homage to the late star. Creator of Euphoria Sam Levinson said of Cloud that he was too special, too talented, and way too young to leave us so soon in a statement to Deadline after his passing. It is unlikely that Cloud shot any sequences for the program before he passed away, as Apatow had stated to Vogue that filming for the 3rd season was not expected to begin until late 2023. At the conclusion of the 2nd season, when the police stormed Fez's home, Chloe Cherry's character Faye was taken into custody. Fans are hoping that we will see Faye again because Cherry has since talked about what she would like to see for the character if she returned for season 3. Faye has a story of addiction to tell, as Rue does. Even though it's different, they could learn something from each other, she explained to Variety. Rue is a non-judgmental character, and that is all Faye needs. If they got closer, they would get along because they have these shared experiences and they are both chill girls in spite of it. The character who has the least chance of coming back is Ashtray, the younger brother of Fez. Javon Walton's character died off-screen during the aforementioned gunfight, and while we didn't see a body, that's presumably because he was a minor and there wasn't a bigger mystery surrounding his death. As Fezco's grandma in the opening scenes of Euphoria Season 2, Catherine Narducci left a lasting impression and became widely popular almost immediately. "To start with, I got a call from my niece," Narducci said to Elle. "Is obsessed with the show and knew about it before I did the show. And she goes, 'Oh my god, you have 1 million hits on TikTok.' I was like, what? And with that viral popularity, she hopes to return for a 3rd season. First, there's the whole being in a coma thing to get over. I hope to go back," Narducci uttered. "I got to come out of that dang coma. I told Sam I want to come out of the coma and go after Lori. She's going to come after Zendaya. Zendaya needs a little help. I don't think I had really any expectations for her. I knew she was kind of gonna be in the background, not doing as much as her sister is. Obviously, thank God," Storm Reed told Collider. Meanwhile, Reed hopes Gia, who plays her in Season 3, will have a bigger impact. Although she is a younger sister, she portrays a person who is impacted by a family member who is battling addiction and mental health issues in such a lovely way, and I am so grateful that I get to play her. It is hoped that throughout Season 3, we will witness her development into a young adult with feelings and an increased ability to express her emotions. Then the overarching hope for Euphoria Season 3 would just be more grace, more hope, more levity, more joy, because it's hard. It's hard. Additionally, there have been rumors that Zendaya's beau Tom Holland will make an appearance on the show at some point. The man otherwise known as Spidey reportedly spent time on set during the filming of Season 2, according to BuzzFeed News. Since then, Zendaya has confirmed to Entertainment Tonight that there have been discussions about a Tom Holland Euphoria cameo. Billie Eilish, on the other hand, has decided not to return for Euphoria's upcoming season. The news that Eilish would be cast as Nate Jacobs' potential love interest was diligently churned out by the rumor mill. Sadly, though, a love connection between them is not in the cards. In the Time Capsule series by Vanity Fair, the 7-time Grammy winner put an end to the tale. Regarding the rumors surrounding Euphoria, she responded, "Oh, that I'm in the 3rd season of Euphoria. That's not true." After that, Billie said, "I'd like to be. Euphoria is F-kin fire." Thus, even though the expectations for Season 3 have been crushed, is there any chance for Season 4? Euphoria Season 3 plot, what will happen? 2 extra episodes were used by Euphoria to bridge the gap between Seasons 1 and 2. Despite the fact that these were the result of production problems connected to COVID, the episodes received excellent reviews, suggesting that more may be produced to focus on distinct personalities in the lead up to Season 3. Expect Season 3 to continue tying up the loose ends left by the shocking conclusion of Season 2 in the interim. There's Jules. Cassie and Maddie might get a chance to be friends again, and Nate will have to cope with the fallout from putting his father to prison. She obviously wants a second chance at a relationship with Rue, but after the way that last voiceover ended, it's safe to say that the beloved couple will never work out. In an interview with Elle, Levinson revealed some details about the 3rd season, describing it as akin to a film noir that centers on Rue, played by Zendaya, as she explores what it means to be an individual with principles in a corrupt world. Talking about a corrupt world and film noir is fascinating, especially in light of Zendaya's earlier remarks regarding the conclusion of Season 2. The process of creating it was excruciating for all those involved, she said to Entertainment Tonight. "I know it was painful for me, and I think it got to the point of, we can't leave her here. This can't be the end of her story. There has to be some hope at the end of this. Something beautiful at the end of all this pain. It sounds like the darkest episode of Re-It will instead be the show's lowest point rather than a lovely 3rd season. We can only hope that it doesn't go too dark considering the reaction to Levinson's The Idol. Adding that she can't play a high school student for eternity, Zendaya stated, "From a character perspective, I want to find things that will push me." Casey Bloys, HBO's chief content officer, had already acknowledged that the sensual high school drama had a short shelf life. According to Bloys, "I don't think you want 30-year-olds playing," TV Line said. In the meantime, Euphoria has yet to directly address a significant enigma that may develop into a major plot point in Season 3. Naturally, we are referring to Nate's third brother, who is hidden and has made 2 appearances in family portraits in both seasons. Since the first episode of the series, fans have discussed the youngest Jacob's brother. The reason for his absence could be just the kind of crazy thing that this program loves to explore, even though some hypotheses are more ridiculous than others. In addition, young Cal harbors a secret affection for Derek, a character who, should he decide to make a comeback in Season 3, might have a significant impact. Now that Cal has been arrested, though, that doesn't seem to be very likely. It's possible that Cal won't even make a reappearance, but we can envision him showing up in jail or trial scenes to further explore his fall from grace. In Season 2, Sydney Sweeney's Cassie became more sinister, and the actress hopes that trend will carry over into Season 3. There was a bit of Cassie that I got to play with when she started saying she's crazier than Maddie in a scene with Nate. And she kind of got a little more evil and dark and serious, and not so frantic. I would love to play with more of that streak within herself, she stated to Variety. I enjoy portraying characters that are multifaceted, complex, and leave the audience wondering if they are good or evil, pure or not. I enjoy creating characters that provoke thought in both myself and the audience. Cassie never struck me as terrifying, especially in the beginning. She just seems like such a weak, broken girl to me. Storm Reed is hoping that Gia's journey in Season 3 is a little less heartbreaking because her character had a difficult time in Season 2. In an interview with Screen Rant, she remarked, "Gia, I hope you get to laugh and smile. I hope you win a treat, like ice cream. No, my main want for Season 3 is simply more humor, joy, and grace. Of course, I hope to see Gia more. We have covered the entire spectrum of emotions in Euphoria over the last 2 seasons, so hopefully Season 3 is a little less heartbreaking." What about Ashtray, though? Could he come back? Actor Javon Walton of Ashtray asked TW, "We're not 100% if he's dead, because you saw absolutely no blood, right? And you didn't see him fall. You did hear the bullet, but you didn't see him get shot. So, there's little things that could potentially bring him back for another season." Walton has aspirations for his character should he make a comeback. "I hope he realizes drugs isn't the correct road for him. He needs to focus on himself because if he is back, he's got another chance at life. He must take full advantage of it." In the show, the 13-year-old boy has a lot of things to live for. About her hopes for Season 3, Zendaya stated in an interview with Variety that Rue wants to be here, and it's up to her now. "In the future, I sincerely hope that we may go deeper into her life and follow her sober path. We carried her all the way to hopefully what is rock bottom and a dark moment, and hopefully by the end, leave with a sense of happiness and joy that there is hope for her." Additionally, there have been hints that there might be a time jump where the characters are not in high school. "I'll exert every effort to ensure the 3rd season of the show succeeds," Vogue was informed by costume designer Heidi Bivens. "There's discussion of it being around 5 years in the future and that they're not in high school anymore, so I'm extremely excited to read the scripts. Dorothy is no longer in Kansas. It may be quite the journey, after all. Who knows? Sam won't want to repeat himself, so it should be fun, but knowing his brain, he will test us all. The viewers will be able to learn something novel." Euphoria Season 3 trailer. Any footage yet? Until the premiere date of Season 3 approaches, there won't be any new footage, but subscribe to NovoFlix and we'll keep you informed of any updates. You can rewatch Seasons 1 and 2 on Netflix in the meanwhile. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.